question is why I am so obsessed with contacting the guy from Lululemon, Owen Wilson.
Really?
He just donated like $100 million to find a cure. Let me tell you a story. In my book, about 5 years ago, this girl came to me. I don't want to mention any names, but it's in my book. Fruit Love. And on my playlist, dedicated to muscular dystrophy. So we're serious about finding, I can't say the cure, but find relief of symptom and maybe eventual getting better. I'm not really allowed to say cure, so I'm not going to say it. I made a mistake, I said it before. Anyway, this girl came to me about 5 years ago, and she had muscular dystrophy for 8 years. 8 years, she got progressively worse. In 8 years' time, she went from taking medication to being in a walker. And she met me at a festival. She says, "Arnold, can you help?" At that time, I was interested in helping people to the best of their ability, and I would take them in. I would take them into my house, feed them for 1 month. In her case, it was 5 weeks for no charge. Zero charge, just to see whether I could do it or not, and just I would start filming it. So I told her I would take care of her, and at that time I also had this other girl who also had a major illness, not major, but she had something called IBS. She said, "I would help you take care of Lauren," which she did. Everything was set up perfectly. I had the room. I gave her my bed. I gave her my bed, and I slept on the floor for 5 weeks. She came, and I fed this young girl every single meal, only from my store, for 5 weeks' time. At that time, she also had diabetes and a little overweight. But she agreed to my protocol. And the protocol is not my protocol. I push God's food, God's garden, God's body, God's soul. That's all I push. I'm not a doctor. I'm essentially a dishwasher who pushes God's food, God's garden, God's body, God's law. Anyway, I made her 3 meals a day at no cost to her. I gave her my bed at no cost to her. She was in a walker and had no hope for 8 years. And I told her, "Give me 30 days. She says, "I'll give you 30 days. Whatever you say, I'll listen to you." Guess what happened? So that's how we began. We began giving her mostly fruit, a little bit of nuts here and there. Everything I made for her every day, 3 times a day, every single day. At the same time, we had to teach her to love herself. If you don't love yourself beyond, nothing else matters. So we practice loving herself. Boom, boom. What happened to her childhood? Whatever happened in the past has to be to her benefit. It's not like a victim mentality. Embrace what happened in your past as to your benefit, who made you are today. At the same time, we got her do an exercise program. My belief, and to this day it still holds true, rebounder. I don't know if you can see it or not. I rebound pretty much every day. Like lately I've been doing it twice at a time. We did this for 35 days. And every day we saw the improvement. We saw her walking better. We saw her diabetes went away maybe 10 days, 15 days time. By the 31st day, maybe the 33rd day, she says, "Arnold, I'm ready to throw away my walker. I'm ready to walk." So we filmed her first steps without a walker for 8 years. Guess what? She did it. She walked without a walker. First time in 8 years. She had muscular dystrophy. There was no hope, and we gave her mostly fruit, mostly love of herself, mostly rebound. She completely recovered. I'm not saying it's going to hold true for all people, but I want to direct this to Owen Wilson of Lululemon. And we're going to Facebook them. We're going to send them whatever we need. I'm going to send him my books soon next week. We're going to go to his stores on Monday. We're going to go to one in King of Prussia, one in Auburn. Which means, for the most part, muscular dystrophy, breast cancer, they all can be lumped together. In the medical world, there's 24,000 diseases. In my world, there's only one. In the medical world, there's 24,000 ways to treat a disease. In my world, there's only one. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm basically a dishwasher. God's food, God's garden, God's body, God's law. Essential answer. Anyway, gotta go. Gotta go back to washing dishes. Bye.